Recording.
Yeah, firstly, before getting started, hi guys, welcome to the today's session. Good morning first. My name is Devendra. Currently, I'm working as a machine learning engineer in a startup based in India, which is called Cosgrid Networks. Being a machine learning engineer, I involved in various process of fine-tuning language models which you daily use, like ChatGPT or LLAMA models or AI models which you use, right? So I usually work on customizing them for the domain-specific needs. So today's session is all about how can we use natural language processing? How can we add this AI things to our daily life? So assuming
Kalyan
all
garu, sorry Andy Devendra garu. Kalyan garu, you need to mute yourself, Andy. Yeah. Raj Chodi Setti as well. Sorry Andy Devendra garu for interrupting.
Yeah, no worries. So I'm assuming that all people who are joining and who are the participants, like those are from school kids and high school. So in that point of view, I want to take you all around. So be with me for next 30 to 40 minutes. I will definitely help you out to thrive and shine in this ML career. Yeah. So with this thing, let's get started. Today, we can see our main agenda for this entire meet is like previously, I worked for currently I'm working for one company called Law. So where AI meets the law, the main quotation of the main tagline of the product is where AI meets the law. So we are entirely focusing on indulging this both AI and law. So okay, so the main agenda is like integrating llama with RAG models. Law case study. I think by now you won't get contextual heading like what is llama, what are RAG. But just think it's a case study of.
But Damodar, if you can explain what is the LLM architecture, maybe if you want, I can explain.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not architecture. What is the different kind of LLMs and commercial LLMs, and what is the example how you are building with just a Facebook Llama?
Yeah,
Okay? Maybe
by
you can
end
cover
of the
that.
session, everyone will be getting a good clarity. So be with me for next 30 minutes. So first things first, the problem statement. What's the problem are we facing currently? If you see in legal profession, people are facing like spending most of their time on getting references and seeing existing cases. Similar, like they're spending most of their quality time on doing so much of researches. All the assistants who are junior lawyers, everyone are spending most of their time doing these things. For them, for law or for doctor, time is money, right? So we thought of entering into the segment and making one a legal assistant so that it will help them to go deep diver. For example, if they're giving any case document, automatically it will be getting all the insights from the document, and at the same time it is helping them with any queries. For example, as of now, if any junior lawyer got any doubt, he should be going through Google and going to 2 to 3 search engines and getting to all the knowledge and segregating them, and he's coming to one conclusion. We thought of why don't we have one AI model which will be taking care of all these things. So that is what made and inspired us to start looking into this problem. So we thought of actually what are the technologies we have in our current scenario. So the main problem statement is like we get general text data. With that, we should able to process it and we should able to analyze the data. So we just went out there and just looked into some technologies. We just Googled out. There is some technology called NLP, natural language processing. So in the photo, you can able to see a person is speaking to a machine. Basically, machines will only understand binary language, which is zeros and ones. But how can we convey our textual data to machines? Strange, right? So for that only, we have one process called natural language processing, which analyzes and understands human language, enabling the automation of document analysis and generation. So this is the kind of a buzzword. I will be getting more deeper into upcoming slides. So there is also another topic called RAG models. Why should we go for a retrieval augmented generation? Basically, if you see in like healthcare or legal profession, we have tons of data lying in PDFs or web searches or Wikipedia. So it means like the data is already there. The only thing is you should able to analyze it and you should able to structure the data and retrieve them on time. That's the only two things that we should mainly focus on, right? So we thought of like implementing artificial intelligence over here, since we knew that basically we got to know, we have seen so many fancy tools like Siri, Alexa, Google, all these things, right? I can say like artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science that aim to train machines and mimic human intelligence. So it's a nothing to do over that. It's a simple meaning. But currently, if you see in current industry, we came so far from last 10 years. We literally developed so many things and we built so many, we commercialized many things, right? So if you see one of the examples is like daily life, we use Siri in our mobile. So that's the best example. If you want to get a good glimpse of what AI is. Okay, so I just want to go somewhat deeper into this natural language processing. Yeah, basically, our data will be simply in numerics, right? Like, how are you? What are you doing? Something like that, right? But we want to convert the data into text, and by converting the data into text, we'll feed that into machines. So through this way, I'm just telling you the high level how these things will happen, but I will go into some deep level, like how actually a text will be converted into the numbers, like that we will be going. Before going more deeper, let us see what are the existing current industrial models that are available. So now comes the thing, something called language model. So if you see ChatGPT, Bard, Google, literally these all are large language models, which we call as LLMs, literally trained on huge data, which is lying in big data, which is lying in databases for decades. So these models all spend so much of time on training them with hell lot of GPUs. Companies are literally keeping forms of GPUs to train them. Okay, so in this picture, you can able to see various companies and the language models where generally we are using GPT and Bard, Anthropic. So there are so many commercial models which are making, which are doing very good over here. So since we can see, right, the data can be anything. For example, data will be something kind of a text format, or it can be kind of Excel sheet format. It can be kind of emails or any piece of thing that contains information is called as data, right? These all companies are gathering all this data and they're applying some algorithms to convert the data and they are pre-processing. Then they are literally feeding that into this language models. So let's get into a small basic thing like how should we convert a text into a numeric such that this models will understand. So let me tell you something like what is a model. Model is nothing but an entity. Just think you are from high school or some kind of coming grad, right? So you are kind of a model. Your faculty is training you on different subjects. You are getting to know them, right? So just think model is also like an entity which is getting trained on data to generalize or to predict or to do some operations on the data which it got trained. So let us take a simple example. Uh, I am an Iron Man. So I just want to translate this and I want to tell my model that, hey, understand that I am an Iron Man. So how can we convert this thing and how can we penetrate it into the model? If you see, there are 4 steps called tokenization, vocabulary, token to index conversion, embedding layer. This is like a very basic fundamental thing of any text. So here I'm taking you one phrase called I am Iron Man. Okay, now comes the thing, we are literally doing something called as tokenization. So what is called as tokenization? Tokenization is nothing but we split all these words into separate entities. If you can see, I just created one red color, I am Iron Man. So what I did is like I literally splitted every simple word into different entities. Then comes the thing, vocabulary and indexing. So what is this vocabulary and indexing? You can see map each token to unique index. So here we are having something called as vocabulary. If you go to dictionary, dictionary will be containing all the words available in the English, right? Whatever the respective language it is. So what are we doing is for every word, we're giving one number. Okay, so from the dictionary, just think in my dictionary, I given 1 for I, 2 for yam, Iron Man 3. So in that way, I can say every alphabet or every word has an indication of an ID called its index. I hope you are getting it. So since we are creating one dictionary respective to that word, then we are converting them like token to index conversion. So first thing is like tokenization, dividing full phrase into small words, then converting them into indexing, Third one is like entire conversion. Now, if we can see, I am an Iron Man is converted entirely to 1, 2, 3. So what will happen? What will happen here is whenever we are feeding this 1, 2, 3 to machine will think like okay, it will think like 1, 2, 3. But in our context, it's Iron. I am Iron Man. Okay, so this is actually what happens behind pre-processing. Since we got bulk of data either through PDFs or either through Wikipedia, we use all these 4 methods called tokenization, vocabulary indexing, and token to index conversion. So these are 3 basic things which in every process we do. There is something new called embedding layer. So there is this is a bit small complex topic. Actually, embedding is a technique in NLP that converts words into numerical vectors, where each vector captures the meaning and context of the word in continuous multidimensional space. Let me make it clear. For example, here you can see, right, I am Iron Man. So I can see there is some context here, right? If I say I am, we are expecting someone to say their name or their identity. So embedding is a technique where it will try to capture the context. Okay, so that is how the embeddings will be working. Because if you read I am Iron Man differently, it won't make any sense, right? We are not getting any context. For example, I kill someone. For example, I killed someone. If you divide them, you're not getting full meaning, right? So this embedding layer, which will try to it will capture the context so that we will be preserving the meaning. If you go to ChatGPT and if you ask anything, and if you are doing any follow-up question, it will be giving you the answer related to the previous query which you are doing. That means it is preserving the context which you are in currently. So embedding layer is the thing behind ChatGPT, which is making. I hope we get it right. So they're the main 4 pillars of any natural language processing thing like tokenization, vocabulary and indexing, token to index conversion, and embedding layer. Now comes the thing. Let me get back to my first page. Like I think integrating LLAMA with RAG models. So let us see what exactly this LLAMA means. So LLAMA is nothing but a large language model, which is pre-trained from a company called Facebook. Now we are calling it as Meta. So what is meant by pre-trained? If you see, I mentioned here something called what is pre-trained LLAMA. For example, just think in a high school student, whomsoever coming out, getting into this world, they should complete their high school studies because they should get some general knowledge and everything. After you are passing your high school, you are going into some specialized fields, like your friend is going into healthcare, you are going to legal, your friend another one is going to software. So people are literally getting some general knowledge. Once they got some specific general knowledge, then they are getting into some specific domain so that they are literally focusing entirely on that. So this is called pre-trained in language model. So what pre-trained will be doing is we'll be selecting one language model and we'll be training it with different data. For example, if you're in undergrad, you'll be studying physics, chemistry, social studies, like you will be focusing on all the domains, right? Likewise, these language models also will be focused on all the existing data in our world. So being a small companies or being simple companies, we can't afford to train these models on our GPUs, which will be taking hell lot of money. If you see, Microsoft spend more than $15 million plus on this pre-training, and then they open sourced this language model. So this means what they are saying is like, we pre-trained it, so it's up to you guys. Like we completed the high school, now it's time for you to do a specialization to select your domain in your undergraduation. Simply, it's like that. So basically, if you see general application of these large language models, we use them in text generation, translation, summarization, question answering. So there are multiple applications where we can see them in daily life, right? So with that way, we can get to know, right, what exactly a pre-trained means. A pre-trained model is nothing but a trained on generic data, which will be having general knowledge on everything, but not any specific knowledge. Okay. So since it's a case study for Just Dial, so we want to develop one assistant. Okay, we luckily because of the Facebook company, they contributed so much to the community by giving this free open source model. Now it's time for us that we should able to make it domain specific, right? Now, if you go to an undergrad and if you ask any legal question, he can't say the answer because he don't have that bandwidth. But if you go to one lawyer, he will be saying that because he's doing that master's or he's doing that specialized degree with it, right? So now it comes the time that we should be giving one specialized degree to our LLM models. Then comes the topic called RAG. So we got one pre-trained model with us. Now what should we doing is we should able to gather all our legal data and keep it somewhere else. Then we should able to supply it. If you see here, retrieval augmented generation is a hybrid model architecture and natural language processing that combines retrieval based and generation based methods to improve the performance. So now what are we doing exactly is just think I'm having a high school student who knows English very well, grammar and everything. Now I am pairing him with some lawyer. Now I'm just keeping these two people in one place. Now I'm asking questions to this high school student. What this high school student is doing is he is going to this lawyer who is very having specialized domain. Then this lawyer is giving him the information. This high school student is literally getting that information and he's refining that and he's giving the answer. That is how exactly this RAG works. So our language model is kind of a high school student. We are having something called RAG, nothing but retrieval augment generation, where we are storing hell lot of data, nothing but PDFs, Wikipedia. We are having so much of textual data, right? We are keeping it in one database. So if you can see clear cut, if I ask any query, that query will be getting into embedding. What is embedding? We are preserving the context of the query, what they ask. Once the query has been done, we are going to something called vector database. Once we went into vector database, what will be happening is we are asking one domain expert, hey, I got a question, what should I answer? He's giving you the supporting points for the question. Now it is taking all the relevant information from that vector DB. Then it is refining itself. You get it right? It's refining and it's giving the response. So this is the architecture behind our Justdial institution. So what are we doing is we are literally, if you see A, B, C, D, right? We're collecting raw data sources like PDFs, state laws, or like different kind of information. We're keeping it at one place. This thing now I'm focusing entirely on immigration. So I'm collecting all the information related to the immigration law, immigration policies, everything. Which we, for example, if you don't know anything. Yeah.
Mule.
Guys, like if you want to ask anything, like, can I continue?
No, if anyone want to ask any questions, maybe you can pause or you want to continue flow.
Yeah, I want to pass them. I will be taking them. I need to continue. I just thought someone spoke. I just thought they're asking a doubt. No worries. Let me resume what I am, where I'm at. So if you can see,
just I want to let you know this is for interns. I think for mainly high school kids and first year undergrad college kids. So not for the expert technology people, but if you feel
yeah,
then you can ask
I get it. I get it.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So that's what I'm giving you so many analogies so that we'll be getting a clear understanding, like rather than I'm getting into some buzzwords and making you think like it's a complex things are going on. So it's a simple kind of a high school grad and domain expert combination. We are literally mixing these two architectures and coming up with a simple model. So to build this framework, we use some technologies like Python, which is a programming language. We often use to build all this basic conditions or all the logic. We can say it's a programming language. And there's something called LangChain, ChromaDB, PyTorch. These are all supporting frameworks which are helping me to apply this architecture in the real world. So exactly this is the way how I can able to, with the help of all these tools, I can able to come up with the working model. So this is nothing but like a future scope. Since all are getting started with your career in your current existing fields, right? So I just want to help you with your roadmap. Whomsoever having like getting started, right from mathematical fundamentals to securing your LLMs, we are having entire roadmaps like covering mathematics for machine learning, then going through Python for machine learning, then neural networks. So this is like a kind of wizard kind of data source which you got. So if you're very determined enough to get more into these things, just have a look, get a look into this architectures and try to plan according to it and start working out, because we have so many resources outside in the internet. Okay, this is all about the simple intuition behind how we are implementing things in our just Della and all. Let me walk you through. Let me walk you through some small notebook. So basically, a notebook is nothing but a place where we try to do POCs or try to implement what I am saying in this PPT. So I just want to give you a small glimpse. Previously, I told, right, we are literally collecting so many PDFs and everything at one place, and we are helping our model, we are helping this to get contact correctly, right? So we collected all the information related to visas thing, kind of travel visa, types of visa. So with this thing, we literally created one entire PDF. So with this PDF, we are supplying that to a model. Let us see how a model will be giving the answer before a RAG and after RAG. RAG is nothing but retrieval augmented generation. This will be kind of a glimpse for you. I don't want to teach you all this code. I'll be going straightly to output, like how things are working out. Just give me 1 minute, few seconds of time. I'm initiating my notebook. In the meantime, if anyone having any doubts, I'm here to answer them.
So audience, you can ask the question if you have any questions.
I think we muted everyone. I think so. That's the reason. Maybe isn't. I think we should be giving them right to unmute them. I think so. Even you can ask me the questions through the chat box, which you can see in the Zoom, right? Okay, I think I can see here we can assume like people are attending from high schools and all, right? I just want to ask a question to you guys, like for you, what is meant by artificial intelligence? According, like, I just want your insights. I just want to know yourself.
Anyone can answer it. The purpose of this internship is you need to speak. You need to build a interpersonal skills. Ishan, can you answer it? What is artificial intelligence?
Yeah, like you're literally surfing Instagram, you're going around, right? According to you, like what is artificial intelligence? Like what are your experience with it? I just want to know them.
Yeah, correct. Products and data.
Yeah, someone raised their hands. Tanvika. Yeah, Tanvika.
Yeah, so artificial intelligence is like a computer model that has generative learning and it's able to respond to like inputs on its own instead of having to rely completely on the code.
Cool. That's a insightful information. It's yeah, I think you're on right track. I think I'm hoping you to build one AI model one day.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So had anyone used GPT 4.0 or like ChatGPT? Like why do you use ChatGPT in real time? Like what problems it solved for you till now, rather than solving your assignments?
For me, it has made research easier. Instead of seeing many sources, I could ask ChatGPT and it would give me answers faster than going through all the sources on Google.
Can you give me an example? Like,
For example, for my MUN, which is Modern United Nations, I have to do a lot of research. and sometimes hard to find on specific countries information, like the small ones. So with ChatGPT, I can find information faster instead of going through many sources.
Cool, right? Like literally it's making our lives very easy. Yeah, true. So did anyone discover image generation with artificial intelligence, not only textual data, like where we are generating so many images, right? If you ask ChatGPT, if you're describing any image, it's giving you out image, right? Did anyone apply the like use that application, generating images?
Firefly on Photoshop for one of my for my graphic design class.
Cool, Superman. Like, see, right? Day by day, AI is like it's not coming. It already came, and it was literally combined with our daily lives, right? We are at one point of time we are saying something is coming, but now we can see we literally combined with it, and it came into our lives without knowing, noticing that we got habituated for that within no time. So I would, with that, I would say everyone that like there is full scope of AI being used in our daily lives. I would say like if you have interest or excited to learn these things, just go outside and start your basics, like learn Python. After getting very good with Python, then start exploring some dummies code where you're building small language models and getting to know context, and also try to start joining into communities, like collaborate with each other. For example, now if two persons give their insights, right? So they're literally spending their time on getting to know each other. If they two got collaborated and they started working something, maybe they will share so much of information with each other, right? Because some guy is very strong at some application, another one is at another application. If you combine and if you got synergy among you, I think things will come in very high scale. That I can literally see through you guys. So give hold me for next couple of seconds. It's about to end. Like. So did anyone, how many of you know Python here? Like, have you heard about Python? Doesn't mean like you should be very good at that. Have you heard, because people are like more with C. Okay, cool. Two people, they're raising their hands. Yeah, seems like people people are spending their time to know new programming language out there. I would recommend everyone to get good with programming languages like Python, since these are like it will be like foundational language for artificial intelligence. That I will assure you that if you're good with Python, it will help you a lot while dealing things like customizing or applying anything. End of the day, we should be having a programming language with us, right, to implement any new thing. So if you see here, currently what I'm trying to do is like creating embeddings and storing in vector store. If you can see over here. So I'm literally taking this PDF and converting that into database. I think it converted. Let me run this thing. So you can see the process, right? We are literally converting the data into embedding in vectors. Now comes the thing. For example, this is let me show you small thing. You can see, right, what to bring for visa interview. This is after customizing. Before customizing, let me run. I ran that. So if you can see, I'm asking general llama model that what to bring for visa interview. Explain in 200 words. You can see it is important to be well prepared for the interview in case your chances are getting positive outcome. Here are some of the things you need to bring to interview, like passport, proof of identity. So it is giving some generic data, but it's not getting being specific, right? So if you see, I'm copying the same question. Now I'm asking a model which is trained on this specific visa information. Let us see what will be our outcome will be. Yeah, so you can see I already asked the question over here, what to bring for this interview. You can see we literally it is saying that we should be bringing two photographs on DS-160 confirmation and police clearance certificate, birth certificate. So if you can see medical examination report from you, like literally it is giving you the concise and specific information. With this thing, we can say that we literally converted one generic general textual model into a specific model. We compare two results. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. And let me copy that one also. So if you can see over here, let me try to expand them. If you are able to read these things, it's literally saying that you can't carry mobile phones or anything. It's nothing but a generic information where we can give for anyone. But if you come here, it is giving you some specific information. Sorry, I can say, yeah, this is the specific information. This is the general information. Okay, now we can see literally with the help of this code base and all in front of you only, I trained a simple LLAMA model with simple PDF in such a way, rather than giving me a generic answer, it went to giving me a concise and precise answer containing all the perfect names like birth certificate, medical examination report, at the same time proof of relationship or kind of proof of funds. So it went from general to a specialized domain, right? So this is the actual and real-time application of RAG, nothing but retrieval augmented generation. In this, we used some model called LLAMA. Let me show you what actually a LLAMA is. So basically, if you go to images, you can see LLAMA is nothing but kind of a goat-like kind of animal. Facebook named their model with LLAMA. So don't get confused with the term. What is actually a LLAMA is like? Do we have any full form for that? No, nothing like that. So we have some model called LLAMA 2.7. So literally you can go to this website and you can able to see. Are you able to see my screen what I am showing you? I
Yes,
hope so.
we can see. We can see. Devendra.
Yeah, I hope so. You can able to go through their website and you can able to see like the open source thing and what are they currently researching on, what are the possibilities things we can do. Since I can able to see people are having so much of enthusiasm here, I would recommend them to go over to the internet from today and just start trying to explore like what actually things are like. How can I start from zero, from scratch? Just go through my PPT. I gave you a roadmap where you can start from scratch and you can become like a good expert. We have will to do all these things. With this thing, I want to conclude like this is a small case study that we are doing in Jashdela. I hope you got some context and some possibilities we can do. Currently, I showed you one model where it's a domain specific, right? Now we can try to take one small project with yourself. You can select any one of your subjects from your undergraduation. Just take one textbook over there. I will be giving you this code base. If you have a free time, try to explore it, where you should be running two functions. Take one PDF of your specific subject and inject that into this model and start asking the questions. So you can say like you have your own model, right? Literally your private model, no one can use it, but you're having some IP for that. Like you can literally unlock so many possibilities over that, right? So that can be kind of a future scope I'm going to give you. Yeah, with that thing, I can say that's the end of the webinar. Like that's the end of the session. Thanks for joining. But before joining, if you have before leaving the meeting, if you have any doubts, please ask me. I'm here to clear all of them.
Yeah. To everyone, thank you very much for going through the fundamentals of AI and how you use Facebook LLAMA, just similar to OpenAI and Amazon Bedrock. So you can use any of these models, but LLAMA is the one we tried because it's easy and less expensive. And it is from Meta. They give it to the free, and of course, ChatGPT is also free, but they give a free model for all the developers. They can create their own models. Now, and I think Damu Devendra explained. See, especially for U.S. Constitution, U.S. law, U.S. Constitution is small, but the law and the cases that is coming out judgments is huge, very vast, millions of records. So I want to give an example. Contract law. Contract law is in U.S. based on the common law and the UCC. UCC, the two, all the sale of goods happen to the UCC, Universal Commercial Code, and the common law is judgment law. So these are the two, but out of this, very complex scenarios. Even advertisement, you can see someone is selling the phones for 20% discounts, or any Thanksgiving deals, Christmas deals, Labor Day deals, vacation deals. Everything is involves a law. If something goes wrong, they can file a lawsuit. But how do you go to the lawyers? Has to go to this whole so many complaints. Make sure this is really they can file a lawsuit against the company, sponsor, advertiser, employer. So many things. How do you determine? We have so many. I mean, it's impossible. Sometimes for me, I'm forgetting everything right now what I'm reading. So now with this AI machine learning, I can train my generative AI model, my LLAMA model, on contract law, and give all kind of scenarios. And now, if I give a problem, it can figure out, oh, Prakash, now under using these circumstances, you can file a case, and it can tell me how much damages they can recover. Punitive damages, liquidation damage, I don't want to talk about it. So it can give me recommendation. Now, as a lawyer, instead of going through these thousands of books, identifying which scenario my case will fall in, now I easily machine learning can give me this LLM, law, legal cases automation. Generative AI is the best thing that we have right now. Generative AI, a lot of people are questioning, is it really useful for the real-time use cases? I don't know about solving some of the problem. AI is not for everything, but so far, generative AI, all the hype created, these use cases are very limited. Limited in the sense, mainly content generation and sales and marketing, and maybe replacing the chatbot. Chatbots can be, before that we used to build a machine learning model, then train it. It's difficult to now with this ChatGPT or LLM or Gemini can do all this. Wonderful, easy to build chatbots. But I can say real example, real beneficial, of generative AI is pharma industry and legal industry. Legal industry is challenging, but my idea of just dial law is we want to integrate the law with the AI and create a lawyers instead of human lawyers. I want to create a robo lawyers. That is the idea here. So I know it is a lot of information to digest. I think what I want to do is we'll share the presentation fundamentals. We'll take up one case. I think for all high school students, I know you're freshers. You may not be able to lead a lot of projects. He's a Waterloo, I think I forgot his name, Chamarthi. He's going to lead the project from he's doing the undergrad second year from University of Waterloo. He's going to lead the Just Dial team, and he will be working on both law, and he wants to become a lawyer. At the same time, he's doing the double major in computer science and some political science. So he will be helping with the projects. He will get the knowledge from the Devendra, then he will to you. With that note, I think now floor is open for questions. You can ask any question. You can ask any question. Simple question. What is the machine? What is the artificial intelligence? What is the machine learning? What is this generative AI? You can ask any questions. What does the GPT stands for? Please go ahead.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's Varshit. Yeah. So is Llama free? Can we download and just play
Yeah,
around with
that's
it?
Exactly. That's the beauty of the open source. Currently, Llama is open source one, which is nothing but it's a free for everyone with some commercial license with that. So you can literally explore anything with it. So it's a free.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, where can we find the Git repositories, like the code and all this stuff? There
Yeah,
any
I'll be sharing you a notebook of this thing with the moderator who conducted the meeting. From
Yeah.
him, you can get this information. Like literally gave you the full references for the notebook, and also I documented the entire code. Even if you're not getting the context, you can read the commenting of the code and you can get the context of that.
Yeah, no, the project is also should I go? Guys, this project is specific to our company, but in generic information, general information is available to consolidate. Will give it to you for all the for interns and ATMIYA members also. Okay. Devendra, do not we'll go through the ATMIYA members only. Okay, ATMIYA.
Yeah, there are some IPs also over there with the code. I will be giving you some generic GitHub repositories where they can explore in their free time.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions? Any other questions? Someone is asking the question, what is the difference between ChatGPT and LLM? I can ask the question. LLM is ChatGPT is nothing but LLM. ChatGPT is a large language model. Hello, Pavani, Prem. ChatGPT is a LLM. Okay, LLM is a large language model. Basically, they train the LLM. LLM is nothing but some kind of neural network kind of this. They build a large language model. They train the data for I don't know. Damodar, how much data they train? ChatGPT. Google is the one.
Like it will be like
which is yeah. What is that?
They train billions of data. We can see like they're not confessing the data schemas how much they train, but they will be saying it will be very vast.
Very vast. I think but my understanding is Google is the best. Google Gemini is best LLM so far. Of course, it is competing with ChatGPT, OpenAI. So, but again, if you want to say these are generic LLMs, where they just like Google is storing if you search the Google engine, Google, how do you get the information? Similarly, they train the data for the last 20 years data worth of data. That's how you're able to do. Let's say that if you search the latest data, yesterday's data, you may not be able to find the data in the ChatGPT. ChatGPT cannot give. So coming back to the why, but how do you build a custom? See, you as a developers or as a startup founders, or if you have a startup idea, you have to build your own LLM, which is specific to a small LLMs. These are the larger LLMs, SLMs. It's called a small language model, specific to healthcare, legal, or in healthcare also. Healthcare is vast. Healthcare, you're talking about cardiac problems, one LLM. For diabetic, one LLM, and for whatever you call TB, you can name it, right? For each disease, each kind of problem, you can create your own LLM. So that's what, like in an example, right? Take an example, right? General physician, and you have the cardiologist, you have a neurologist, you have a pediatrist, you have a gynecologist. You can create a LLM for each one because gynecologist is specialized in it. Like in the doctor, when you become a doctor, MBBS, so you cannot practice anything. So you have to be a gynecologist or you have to do specialization. The specialization is nothing but a SLM. LLM is like MBBS, and after that, but how do? You cannot do the you cannot do the ChatGPT. ChatGPT, they are selling the commercial versions of LLMs, smaller version of LLMs. That is where you have to pay a lot of money and license fees. Then they support you and everything. Hope that is clear. Who is this? Are both? What do you call that? What is the question you have?
Okay, both are foundational models. Got it. I think
you can answer. You can answer.
Yeah, that was not clear.
Again, guys. So again, ChatGPT is not a model; it is an application of LLM. It is output generated by LLM. Okay.
Yeah, that I will be giving a small insight for the GPT. Basically, GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. So I will be giving you the small work for that. Just go through Google and get to know what is this full, what is the full form of generative pre-trained transformer. With this session, you got to know what is meant by pre-trained, right? You know the meaning of generation. So now go over and get to know what is the meaning of transformer. Yeah, with that I can. I think your question got clarified.
Basically, LLM is a methodology and ChatGPT is the application of the methodology. So
Yeah,
this is one of the application, yeah.
Yeah, ChatGPT is kind of a, they gave the name for that, but in the name also there is an intuition behind it. Exactly, that's the thing. If anyone has any questions, just drop me. If we are done, I think we're good to go. But I will be giving a small task for you. Yeah. Devendra, how to reach you to understand and learn. So I'll be dropping my email over here to the moderator. Just collect it from him. If you have any queries, drop me a mail over there. Yeah, there we can create a form and we can discuss over there. So small task I just want to give you all guys who are getting started, even if you're an undergrad and anything. What is our dream career? Like what do you want to pursue, and how can you think like how AI can take over that industry? For example, you want to go to healthcare. So how can AI can come into that and I can able to make a big difference? Just try to what I can say, create small Word document, like thinking, implementing, like saying, okay, I want to pursue this domain. So if AI is there, there are so many possibilities that AI can unlock over this thing. So I just want to know your insights and your thoughts on AI. Yeah, that's the thing. Let's share with each other.
Yeah, use the Slack to discuss, and they will share the details in Slack also. Okay.
Sure, I will be sharing a small assignment over there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay then. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best for your future endeavors. With that, I will be signing off. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.